Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And today, the event has returned. The heist it will begin today with my crew that I have going on. Before, if you saw some of my previous videos, I was never really able to successfully complete the credit heist that come every week or two. Best I've ever done is I barely scratched the tier 1 version of the heist, and I just barely made it with one character left. I think Cad Bane was the one who clutched it for me. He happened to get a double attack off, which ended up saving me, and I was able to complete it that one time. Well, fortunately, last week, August 5th, they rolled out the update, which I've talked about several times, which added 2 new Scoundrels. They added Stormtrooper Han and IG-88 as Scoundrel characters, which is amazing, and now I should be able to complete both the tier 1 and tier 2 heist with hopefully relative ease. Something that did happen with this recent, first off, you guys know that they pushed the update for the new Scoundrels last Friday, but they made the heist last Thursday, so a lot of people weren't able to compete because the day before they were adding the new Scoundrels, they decided to release the Scoundrel event the day before. Not sure why. Maybe it was just to give people who invested a lot in Scoundrels the extra day, then let the people afterwards who are going to get the IG-88 and Stormtrooper Han like myself in, let them participate this week. Another thing though with that is apparently with this heist, they made it more difficult now. Hasn't been confirmed by EA or anything like that, but if you go to Reddit, if you check out some of the other Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes forums, people are reporting that the heists definitely get a bit more difficult, because what used to be the case is in the previous heist, in the weeks past, you would only encounter one Coruscant Underworld police boss. It would be 0 in the first one, 0 in the second one, and then 1 at the very last round 3, you would encounter one relatively difficult police enforcer. And then now you have 2 additional bosses to encounter. So you fight 0 bosses at the very beginning, you fight 1 boss in the second round, and then in the third round you fight 2 bosses. So we're gonna see how it goes, and hopefully it's relatively easy for me, because I have Stormtrooper Han at max gear. He's at gear 11, which is great. I have IG-88 at gear 10 here, which I believe that is that's his highest he's gonna go. So those 2 are pretty buffed up. I have Cad Bane at gear 8 here, so he was the one who helped me clutch before, but obviously the difficulty has been raised a little bit, so hopefully he does his job somewhat well. And then my Chewbacca, kind of under leveled and geared here. Let's see, what does he need? I could probably give that to him. I could probably give that to him, but I don't want to give him that. I have a couple other characters, as you can see, that need it. Ayla Secura needs it, and some other better characters. So I'm going to try to do this with Chewbacca undergeared, and then Boba Fett, he is also undergeared as well. Let's see, what does he need here? You know what? I'll give this to Boba Fett, yeah, because he was the weak link when I was doing this before. So let's just go ahead, give that to him, and let's see. I just need one of these. Fine, we'll just go ahead and grab one of these real quick. Let's see. Get something relatively simple. Hopefully I get on the first try. Awesome. Alright. Oh wait, what else do we need now? Okay, probably need another one of these. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can get this on the first try. So yeah, I saw your guys' comments on the last video I made with the 1K subscriber event. So while I'm trying to gear up Boba Fett here, what I'll tell you guys is that what I'm going to do is I'm gonna kind of see what lineups you guys chose for me to do. I saw quite a few interesting things. A lot of you guys want me to do an all Sith team. I do have some geared up Sith. A lot of you want to see my 5-star Darth Maul. He is unfortunately very relatively undergeared. He's underpowered, only has like 1,000 protection. So I'm gonna do my best to see which characters I can make some at least fun, decent gameplay. You know, it's no fun going in arena and then get wiped out by Anakin's attack on everyone in the first turn. So I'm definitely gonna check what you guys want me to do, And what I'm also going to do, a lot of people like the idea of doing a character review session. So yeah, so since we're doing a 1K subscriber event, probably we'll start adding new series to this channel where we review characters. I'll start off with someone, then we'll kind of flip back and forth between what you guys want, what I want to do, and so that's another thing that we're going to eventually implement in this game. So look out for that. But yeah, let's go right back into this session right here. So we got Cad Bane right there. I like using him as the leader. Let's see, we'll put Stormtrooper Han in here. Yeah, so oops, we gotta flip them around again. So we got Cad Bane, Stormtrooper Han, IG-88, and then got the weak guys in the back. So let's go ahead and do this and see how much more difficult this heist will be. All right, here we go. All right, so it doesn't look too bad. Let's just go ahead. Beautiful. All right, so okay, so it's not too bad. So you know, I love the fact that they added Stormtrooper Han and IG-88 as some new scoundrels in the game. I want to make the argument that they also should have put IG-86 as a scoundrel. And yeah, look at this. So this confirms that the heist did get a bit tougher. We do have a boss right here, or elite boss, or whatever the technical term is for them. So it looks like it did get a bit more difficult. But back to what I was saying. Not everyone has watched Star Wars The Clone Wars, but in Star Wars The Clone Wars, you oftentimes would find a IG-86 kind of working with scoundrels. So there was an episode where Cad Bane took over the Senate in Coruscant, and alongside helping him, he had an IG-86 droid helping him out. So you often see IG-86 helping out scoundrel type individuals. Another time was when I believe Anakin and Ahsoka were looking for a lost lightsaber. It's been a while since I've seen it, but when they got on one of the ships, there were IG-86 droids on the ship as well. I think there was 2 of them that they ended up, killing off. So yeah, I think that, it's great that they added these new characters, but I honestly think they should have went ahead and added IG-86 as well. I mean, he has several attacks. I believe one of them is called Assassin Protocol, and an assassin is usually something up a scoundrel's alley of work. So that's just something, in my opinion, that should have been implemented as well. It would have been another great character to add under that lineup, but maybe because I don't know, maybe because then the scoundrels would be really good if you had IG-86, IG-88, and Stormtrooper Han and Lando. Maybe that would be too good. I'm not exactly sure if there was just maybe oversight, or maybe they intentionally did not want to add IG-86 there, but I think he definitely should have been tossed in there as well, because yeah, he's in several episodes IG-86 was seen in the Clone Wars, unless for some reason the Clone Wars isn't considered canon. I haven't heard about that, but yeah, in the cartoon series there was definitely a lot of IG-86s that I saw, just 2 off the top of my head, and there are probably even more that I'm forgetting since it's been quite a while since I've seen it last time. So back to the gameplay here. It actually seems like, yeah, I'm not even really paying attention to the game that much. I'm just chatting with you guys while I'm doing this, but I can tell with IG-88 and Stormtrooper Han, this is so much easier. So yeah, they added a couple new bosses in here. They added the underworld 3 what was it? Yeah, 2 additional elite individuals. So yeah, it definitely got a little bit tougher in terms of the number of bosses that you come across. But it seems like if you have a Stormtrooper Han and IG-88 that are fairly geared up, it's actually not all that bad. So so we'll see. I wonder if you can sim ticket this. Looks like, okay, so you actually have to go through with it. You can't sim ticket the event like the daily challenges. So that was tier 1. Tier 1 for me before was a huge struggle. So this time it's a lot easier with these 2 new characters. So let's hop over to tier 2 and see if that's if I can manage to make it through. Yeah, because when I did tier 2, I died. I lost all my characters in the first round before IG-88 and Stormtrooper Han were added as scoundrels. So let's go ahead. I want to do the same lineup, so let's go ahead and try this out. Alright, so it looks like roughly the same amount of health. Let's go ahead and just taunt here. Alright, yeah, it looks like they have a tad bit more, maybe 1 extra bar or so. Alright, let's go ahead and stun. Yeah, Cad Bane stun, when it comes to these random events, it does come in handy. I thought when they added him as a free-to-play character, I was really expecting that they may have done some sort of rework on him, because he's a really cool character. His kit is, the kit sounds really good in theory, but yeah, he's just way too, he's way too squishy, and he also gets, yeah, and then also, he's not the fastest character, he's actually very slow. So maybe, who knows, one day. I mean, Scoundrels are getting a lot of loving lately. They've added some new characters and stuff like that. They're adding events specifically for Scoundrel. So who knows, maybe they'll go ahead and rework some of these characters here. Yeah, Cad Bane's dodge is actually coming quite handy. It's only at level 3, so it's actually not, yeah, it's actually working fairly well. Yeah, the double shot from Cad Bane, it's really cool, kind of like a Leia type thing. And I feel like it happens a bit more frequently than Leia's when it's at level 7. But that's just my feeling about it. Alright, cool, so we're getting through this relatively easy so far. It'd be great if I could 3-star it. Alright, almost there. And probably going to take another hit from the police. That's fine. He went for Stormtrooper Han. Yeah, my Stormtrooper Han is really, he's really awesome. I think I got him close to 180 speed, so I bumped him up since my last arena video that I showed you guys with Stormtrooper Han, and he really makes a huge difference. He's like one of the first characters to go, and then all my other characters go first. Usually how it works is their Rey goes first, my Stormtrooper Han comes out afterwards, and yeah, then it's pretty much game over at that point. Assuming the other team doesn't have some crazy strong characters like Sunfac and stuff like that. But alright, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Stormtrooper Han's taunting. Let's go ahead and work on this guy. Yeah, I might actually 3-star this, but let's not get too carried away just yet. Alright. Alright, get that guy out. Yeah, so with the bosses, they definitely upped it up. I do recall that there wasn't any elites beforehand until the last round, but yeah, now they have 2 elites at the very end, 1 in the middle, and in the end, then 0 at the beginning still. So they upped the difficulty, but it's probably because a lot of people have IG-88 and Stormtrooper Han. Those are 2 of the better characters in this game, so it's very well possible they adjusted it for that. I mean, it doesn't seem too bad if you have those 2 characters, but not everyone has these 2 characters, IG-88 and Stormtrooper Han, so it might be a little bit difficult. I know some of you guys actually want to see my IG-88. Oh, it looks like Boba Fett's in a little bit of trouble here. Let's see, can we stun him? Awesome. So yeah, a lot of you actually want to see IG-88 in some sort of droid lineup in this 1,000 subscriber event, which we just passed not too long ago, which is amazing. Let's taunt him up again. So yeah, since we surpassed 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to start going through your guys' comments today, kind of get a more definite idea about what you guys want. But for the most part, a lot of people want to see Darth Maul, General Grievous, a Sith team, and then I'm trying to think what else some other people want. I know some people want me to do Ewoks and Rebels, but I don't have any Ewoks leveled up except like Ewok Scout at level 20 or something, and I also don't have really any good Rebel lineups. I have Stormtrooper Han and Leia geared up, but Akbar is only at gear 8. I don't have Lando, don't have Rebel Hoth Scout at a good level. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through your comments and yeah, find some good stuff to choose from, and then we're just gonna have fun. I'll probably try to make something decent and put it in arena. So maybe we'll try to get to Darth Maul to, I don't know, maybe I'll level him up to level 80 just for you guys. We'll see, because he's pretty bad at this time. But yeah, there you have it. We just completed both tiers. I 3-starred it, so personally it's a lot easier with IG-88 and Stormtrooper Han. It probably would have been way easier if they didn't bump up the event difficulty, but I can see they're doing that just to compensate that. They don't want people just flying through it, I guess. So let me know how this event's going for you. Are you liking the fact that we have IG-88 and Stormtrooper Han, even though we missed the event last week because they didn't roll out the update in time for the event? It's all good. It seems like they brought this one back a bit faster, pretty much 6 days after the one from last week. But yeah, I'm happy now. I can finally get the credits for this. I personally was not going to farm any other Scoundrel characters. I didn't feel like it was worth it, so this is actually a nice surprise. I didn't invest heavily, which some people did invest heavily into the Scoundrels because they thought it was going to pay off, which it would technically if you invested heavily, and then the payoff in the long run would, it would come out in your favor. But yeah, this was just luck for me. I didn't have to invest too much. IG-88 and Stormtrooper Han are great characters to invest in, so it's definitely nice. So that's, what was that, 700? You'll get 350,000. Let's see, what's the payoff for this real quick. Yeah, so you get 350,000 for the first try on tier 2, 150 on the second. So let's see, that's 700 300. So that's a million credits right there, easily. Just free money if you have some characters playing around. So yeah, hopefully this new event's helping you guys with getting some credits. I know the credit crunch is pretty harsh, but Stormtrooper Han, IG, maybe IG86 one day, I think he should be added. Let me know if you guys agree with me on that. But yeah, we'll talk again later. Probably the next video we'll go ahead of that 1,000 subscriber event. If not the next one, for sure the one afterwards. I have a lot of preparation to do since you guys are asking for some interesting lineups. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Leave a like, comment down below if you want to talk a bit more about the Scoundrel event or what I should do for my 1,000 subscriber event, and we'll talk again later, guys. And thank you. We are now past 1,000 subscribers. You guys are so awesome. Peace out.